Hey, it's me, MLB. Here we are with chapter 2 of Touched. This one is titled A Job. You heard your dad talking and looked over at him as you picked up the garam masala. Yeah, hi, hun. What's cornstarch and what aisle is it in? He asked, holding the phone to his ear as he squinted at the items on the shelf. Sorry? Aisle 4? He looked up and squinted at the aisle sign. Oh, I'm in 6. Okay, thanks, he said as he pulled the phone down from his ear and shook his head. Should have gone to Specsavers, he muttered. You stifled a smile. You're such a goofball. Yin, your mum sang as you and your dad arrived back home later that night. There's a letter here for you, and it looks official, she said excitedly, waving the letter in her hand. Oh, you replied as you took it from her, your eyes widening with excitement. It just came in today, sweetheart. Open it, your mum bubbled. You tore the top of it open and pulled the letter out, flicking the folded paper open and scanning what it read. Your face lit up, then fell. What's wrong? Your mum asked with concern. The Hero Agency offered my expression of interest for the job, you said softly. Honey, that's fantastic. Well done, beautiful. But why the long face? Your dad asked. I have to go in for an interview, you wailed, apprehension etched onto your face. Sweetheart, your dad chuckled, you really need to work on your confidence. Can I use my quirk? You asked in an even tone. You know how I feel about using your quirk, he said sternly. You need to build your confidence without it. You sighed. It'd be so much frickin' easier if I could just use my quirk, you grumbled internally. The next week you left the house, headed down the street to the bus stop, ready for your interview for the job position at the Hero Agency. Confidence, confidence, he repeated internally, hoping that by saying it enough times it would actually happen. You hopped onto the bus and found a window seat, quickly plugging your earbuds or headphones on so that you wouldn't have to talk to anyone. After getting off the bus at the other end, you kept your earbuds in and headed towards the Hero Agency. You walked up to the door and with a steadying breath in, pushed the doors open and stepped inside. Oh, I should probably take my earbuds out or headphones off so that I don't appear rude, you thought. You took the buds out and put them in your bag. It was a large building and you looked around in awe. Whoops, I shouldn't stand right here. I'm right in the middle of the foyer, like an idiot. You sidled over to the wall so that you could orientate yourself and decide where to go. Looking at the clock on your phone, you saw that you had 10 minutes before the interview, so you had time. You looked to your left and saw the front desk and made a beeline for it. Hi, you said softly to the receptionist as she looked up at you expectantly. Hello, how can I help you? She asked politely. I'm here for my interview for the payroll officer's job, you said quietly. The receptionist nodded. Down the hall to the very end, and it's the last door on your left, she said pleasantly, gesturing with an open hand to the long hallway past the desk. Thank you, he said softly with a polite smile, and turned to walk down the hallway. You had just started your long walk when you looked up and saw a group of people coming towards you. At the head of the group was none other than the second-ranked hero in Japan, Hawks, and he was chatting idly with the person walking beside him, so he didn't notice you. You froze. Oh God, it's Hawks! You panicked internally, your head whipping around to look for a place to hide. You looked at the approaching group again, and your heart went wild. He's so hot! If he even so much as looks at me, I'm literally going to die. You looked to your left and saw a door. In your panic, you sprang towards it and yanked it open, quickly stepping inside and closing the door behind you. Oh, frick, I just stepped into the janitor's closet. It was a small, dark space, and you put your hands out either side of you to touch the shelves. It's so cramped. Oh my God, I'm feeling so claustrophobic. You tried to calm your beating heart and listened for the approaching group, praying they would pass quickly so that you could hop out and go on your way. You heard the voices getting nearer, and you took a deep breath in and out through your nose. Just a little longer and they'll be gone. Your heartbeat was ringing in your ears. Almost past. Come on, Yin, you can do it, you rallied internally. Just then you heard the footsteps pass and you let out the breath that you'd been subconsciously holding for the last minute. Oh, thank God they're gone. You were about to open the door and peek out when you heard some footsteps coming back and stop outside the closet that you were in. Your heart sank. Oh, no, you panicked. Suddenly the door opened casually and you came face to face with the number 2 hero, Hawks. Yin XL stopped working. Yo, Hawks said casually as he kept one arm on the wall and one hand on the door that he had just opened. Playing hide and seek? He asked with a cheeky smile. Your face went bright red and pain ripped through your chest as your adrenaline spiked. You right, Hawks? A voice called from the hero's left. The affable guy lolled his head back casually and made eye contact with the person who had addressed him. Yeah, all good. You go on ahead. I'll be with you in a minute, he said with a laid-back smile. Could you just please go with them now? You screamed internally. It's not like I don't like you, but you've just caught me standing in the janitor's closet, and I want to commit die right now. He looked back at you, his sharp golden eyes observing you keenly. He didn't say anything in that moment and just waited patiently for you to say something, but the stress and embarrassment of the situation had stolen your voice, and you just stood there like a monument to stupidity in front of the hottest hero in the top 10 rankings. You hadn't noticed, but you'd started to tremble. Hawks noticed and stepped back, opening the door wider to usher you out. Come on out, he said in a friendly tone. I don't bite. Sure about that? You asked internally, while taking a step forward to escape your hiding place. Where you headed? Hawks asked as you stepped past him, avoiding eye contact. I have an interview, you croaked out, barely above a whisper, still staring intently at the floor. I'll walk you there, Hawks offered in an upbeat, friendly tone. No! No, you stuttered, trying to say that you'd be okay to get there on your own, but Hawks interjected. It's fine, he said with a dismissive hand wave, tucking the other hand in his pocket. I got time. And that's the end of Chapter 2. Stay tuned for Chapter 3, coming very soon.